The first story that we are decoding on the show, the deadly conflict that is taking place between Thailand and Cambodia in the dense jungles that are straddling these two countries, where ancient ruins are really the cause of concern. And there's an old border that now blazes with new fire. Families flee in panic, children crying, civilians now diving for cover as explosions echo across the countryside. A 1,000-year-old dispute has returned, and this time with deadly force. Already 16 people have lost their lives. There are landmines, there are rocket fires, there are bitter accusations, even as both sides say the other one actually started. But what really is the reason why this entire feud has started? It's rooted in sacred stones and fierce national pride. At the heart of this crisis lie two sacred temples that are at the crux of this entire conflict. Both of them are revered by both the countries, yet peacefully ruled by neither. I want to first play out these sound bites of the two sides, and then we talk more on this.
Thailand ซึ่งกระทรวงไทยเรายังยืนยันหลักการว่าต้องใช้สันติวิธีไม่ใช้ความรุนแรงแล้วก็ต้องพยายามพูดคุยกันในการแก้ไขปัญหาแต่ว่าสิ่งที่เกิดขึ้นมันเป็นลักษณะที่มีการยั่วยุจากทางกัมพูชาตลอดนะครับ
It seems the Thai jets launched airstrikes, Cambodian roads are bombed, civilians have perished, and diplomats have been expelled. And ASEAN remains silent. Well, ASEAN doesn't have much of a voice here, viewers. The International Court of Justice has also ruled on this border in 1962, reaffirmed it in 2013, but in the year 2025, it has carved its own bloody inscription in history as both armies clash across the 6 volatile zones, and civilians have been trapped between the gunfire and uncertainty that's caught in the battle when neither side is now willing to relent. And in the shadow of these sacred temples, peace feels like a very distant, fading prayer. This is the Thailand-Cambodia border crisis. All right, viewers, let's now talk about what is the timeline as far as this entire crisis is concerned. I told you this isn't new. This has been going on for over a century. Let me put that for you in terms of understanding why this is something that leads to such strong emotions on both sides. 1907 is when the first colonial map was actually drawn. Till about 1953, French had occupied Cambodia. This is the first time they drew the map, and that is when they left several of this actually demarcated. Next, the French map had actually placed these temples on the Cambodian side. In 1962, the ICJ had sided with Cambodia on this. This was just 9 years after French had vacated, and there was still a sense that a lot of this map had undemarcated territory very clearly. The reason why this feud is so intense on both sides. Next, 2008, 2011 is when the next set of very deadly set of clashes actually took place. But still not as intense as what we are seeing right now. 2008, 2011, about 14 years back is when dozens had been killed in the temple zone premises and the areas, but those were smaller skirmishes. You did not have the kind of ammunition and weaponry that's being used this time around, so these clashes were not as intense as what it is right now. 2013, yet again the claim came up in ICJ, and it had once again reaffirmed on the Cambodian side that these temples, which are at the heart of this entire dispute, were on the Cambodian side. 2025, the border burns again, where you have this entire issue being used once again. It ignited in May, but it has now led to a possibility of a war. That is being said on the Thailand side, that there is a possibility that it could actually escalate into a full-blown conflict between the two sides.